recently a case has been filed against the Kahani 2 movie director, that is Joy Ghosh, with regard to copyright infringement. A person named Umesh Kumar Mehta has claimed that Kahani 2 is based on his script, that is Sabak. Now we will understand the whole controversy in this video. So watch this video till end. Copyright is one of the intellectual property right. Now, to understand the concept of intellectual property right, you will find the link in the description box. And as per Paris Convention, copyright is the only IPR which is considered as non-industrial property, which means that there is no need of industrial application or commercial use. Even it is an abstract idea, it can be considered as copyright. So if your child has made a drawing on a wall, it is also subject of copyright, irrespective that it has no use. So all the fiction movies or the novels are because of copyright. Now, copyright is an exclusive right which is given to the creator of original work. So the one thing is that copyright is always given to an original work. If it is copied or reproduced, then you cannot claim copy. Secondly, it gives an exclusive right. It means you are the only one who can enjoy that right. Third thing we need to know is that what kind of work we can claim copyright. And the Copyright Act, there are six kinds of works which are recognized over which a person can claim copyright. Fourth thing is that what kind of rights a copyright holder enjoys over that work. So they are not just a single right that is of exclusive use or the protection of copyright. There are number of other rights which are also given to the copyright holder, which we will learn in this video. So watch this video till end. So the first thing is against what we can claim copyright. There are, as per section 13 and 14 of the Copyright Act 1957, there are six kinds of works against which we can enjoy copyright. The first work is literary work. It is defined under section 2O, read with section 2LLC. Now, the term literary work, as per the definition, means and include computer program, table and compilation, and computer database. So, the definition does not tell us what is literary work. So, literary work means any kind of textual work. So, whatever you are writing is a literary work and you can claim copyright over it. So, the only requirement is that it must be original. It must not be copied from someone else's work or it must not be reproduced. Now, if we talk about it, any kind of book, article, report, story, poem, any lyrics of a song are all considered as copyright. But the question here is that you find number of books on a single topic. For example, if you talk about CRPC book, you will find that number of writers have written on that book on that topic, and then you will find that all the case laws are also same. So whether it amounts to copyright infringement or not, the answer is no. Reason being that you might write on the same subject matter or on an idea, but what matters here is the explanation or the expression you are using to reproduce that work. So if you are writing on the same judgment, but the way of writing can be different of two writers. So all will be considered as original work and all the copyright holders can claim a copyright over their work. Now, the second thing which we cover under it is computer program. Now, computer performs number of functions. It makes addition, it makes subtraction, it makes you can do painting and whatever. Now, the computer is a machine, so it works as per the program which we set. So the coding or the algorithm which we set to perform the work is called a computer program. Now, to, the person who is writing that algorithm or coding is considered as the copyright holder and you can claim copyright over that algorithm or coding. So yes, you can claim a copyright over a computer program as well. Now, the next thing which is covered under literary work is computer database. Now, what is database? Database is defined under ITL. It is means you are presenting things in a formalized manner means there is a structure in which that thing is organized. So if you are going by the live law, you will find, if you check live law, it is a database of judgments, articles, reports, and everything. And it is organized in a certain manner, or that is called database. Similarly, Indian Kanu is also a database. So yes, you can claim a copyright over a database as well. Now, a question arises whether a person can claim a copyright over a question paper also. Now, question paper is the question which a person asks from students during any kind of exam. Now, question framing of question paper is also a work of labor and time and effort. So, if you have originally framed questions and putting it in a certain order, then you can also claim copyright over a question. Now, the next issue which arises with regard to literary work is with regard to the right of a supervisor to use his students' PhD work. Now, whenever you do PhD, a student is can do PhD only under someone's supervision. That person is called supervisor. PhD is written by the student under the supervision of supervisor. Now, there was a case where the supervisor used students' work without his permission. When the student challenged this before the court held that a person completes PhD under the supervision of the supervisor, but it is considered as a work of the student, and a student has a copyright over that work. A supervisor in no case can use that work without students' permission because he has no right with regard to that work. This issue was raised before the court in case of Fateh Singh Mehta versus O.B. Singhal and others, 1990, Rajasthan High. Now we will talk about the exceptions which we can claim under literature. Now, the legislative acts, it means the acts which are enacted by the legislature, either by the state government or by the central government. Law commission reports, judicial decisions are exceptions. It means any person can use this word because it is for public interest. So you will find that the law provisions are inculcated in all the books and there is no infringement issue because these are exempted from copyright infringement in public interest. Now, the next work is artistic work, which is defined under Section 2D of the Copyright Act 1957. If we talk about artistic work, it majorly covers three kind of. One talks about painting, drawing, engraving, and photographs. Second work is work of architecture, and third talks about architecture craftsmanship. Now these are three different categories, and we'll learn about it one by one. The first category is painting, drawing, or engraving of photograph. Now, in this kind of work, we do not need any artistic character. It means a painting can be abstract idea. You cannot understand that. Even then, you can claim a copyright, provided it is original. That's why even a drawing made by a child over a wall is a piece of artistic work, and you can claim copyright over that work because it is original, irrespective of the fact that there is any artistic character in it or not. Now, the term photograph is also found under the first category. Firstly, so if you are clicking any photo, then you can claim a copyright over it. Yet, with regard to photograph, a question arose that if you are clicking a photo of a public monument, in that case, if a other person clicks the same figure or monument from the same angle and with same lighting, then question arose whether that will amount to copyright infringement or not. The answer is no. If that person, if the other person is also clicking the same pic, same angle, same lightning, even then it will not be considered as copyright infringement. But if it is a photocopy of the original picture, then it will amount to copyright infringement. The second kind of work covered under artistic work is work of architecture. Now, if we talk about architecture, it is the whenever you are constructing some building, then you make a plan of that building, a drawing of that building, and then construct that building. Now, question arises, what kind of work is covered under the term work of architecture? Now, the term work of architecture is defined under section 2b. Now, it says that it includes any model which is based on the drawing or the building itself will be considered as work of architecture. It means the drawing which is created for the building, that drawing is will not fall under work of architecture, where it will fall under the first category of artistic work, that is drawing, right? But the construction of a building, when a building is made on the basis of that drawing, then it will be considered as work of architecture. The second thing which is used under the work of architecture is the model plan. Now here the model plan is when some you have seen in number of hotels that a small model of the hotel is put it in the reception area of that hotel. Now that model, that small execution is called the model of the building, and that will also covered under work of architecture. Now, there is an additional condition for the work of architecture, that is, the work must have an artistic value. It means if the building does not have artistic character, then it will not be considered as work of architecture. Now, the third category of artistic work is artistic craftsmanship. It includes the work of those artists which does not fall under category 1 and category 2 of artistic character, artistic work. That is, if we talk about the people who create poetry, uh, people who make handwork, people who make any kind of kadhai or design of a fashion designers, they are all will fall under art, art craftsmanship. They are not covered under the first two category, but they will fall under the third category. The next kind of work is a musical work, which is defined under section 2p of the Copyright. Now, the word music, here the word music is using and not song. The difference between the two is that music is one part of the song, whereas song, if we divide the song, then it majorly includes three parts. One is the lyrics of the song, second is the music of the song, and third is the complete compilation of music as well as lyrics of the song and recorded in the form of a particular song. So, recording, lyrics, and music are the three major components of any song. Now, under musical work, we only talk about the dhun of a song, along with its graphical notation, will be considered as musical work, and the copyright holder of this music will be the composer. If we talk about the lyrics of the song, that it will fall under the literary work, and the writer of that song will consider as a copyright holder of that literary work. Now, the third part is recording, and it is another form of copyright. It is considered as sound recording, which is defined under section 2XX. It says that sound recording is of a song, it can be by any medium. So, the song can be produced by any medium and it can be recorded in any kind of instrument. So, irrespective of the medium in by which it is produced or where it is recorded, it will be considered as copyright, and the copyright of the sound recording will lie with the producer of that song. And the other kind of work is dramatic work, defined under Section 2H of the Copyright Act 1956. The performances fall under dramatic work. So it can be a performance of a dance, acting, recitation, narrations. These will fall under dramatic work. But the only condition for to claim copyright over dramatic work, that it must be stored in any kind of medium, or it must be fixed in any kind of medium, be in written form or in any other form. It should be fixed. Only then you can claim copyright. So next kind of work is cinematograph films. It is defined under Section 2F of the Copyright Act 1957. It includes any work which includes visual recording. And if any visual recording includes sound recording as well, even that forms a part of cinematograph films. So all kind of movies, YouTube videos, even documentaries, if they are in visual recording, then they are called cinematograph films. And the producer of that film is called the copyright holder of that. So the next issue which arises is that whether it is important to have a registration or to claim copyright or not. The answer to it is no. the registration is not mandatory under the Copyright Act, though it is beneficial. So if you have registered your copyright work, in that case, it is easy to prove your ownership over that work in case any infringement issue arises. But if you do not have registration, it does not mean that you do not have a copyright over that work. Still, your work, you have copyright over that work. So the moment the work is created, your copyright exists on that work. Next and aspect related to copyright is the term of copyright. That is the time period for which a person can enjoy their right related to copyright. Now, the time period is governed by Chapter 5 of the Copyright Act 1957. And to know more about the terms of copyright, you will find the link in the description. The next important aspect is the rights related to copyright. Now, we have already discussed that copyright does not give just one right to the copyright holder, rather, it gives a bundle of rights related to the work to the copyright holder. And these rights are enlisted under Section 14 of the Copyright. Now, in general literature, the rights which are related to different works are one, to reproduce the work in any form and to store it in any medium. Second is to distribute the or issue the copies related to that work, provided these copies are different from the copies which are already in circulation. The third important right is to perform the work in public. Fourth important right is to translate that work in any other language. Fifth is to make a adaptation of the work. Now, the term adaptation is defined under Section 2A of the Copyright Act, which means to convert one form of the work into another form. It means if it is a literary work, then converting that work into dramatic work, converting dramatic work into non-dramatic work. Now, this is called adaptation. The other important right is to convert the work into cinematograph films or sound recording. Now, these rights are given regarding literary work, musical work, as well as dramatics. If we talk about computer program, then in related to that, all the rights which we had already discussed are given in relation to computer program as well. In addition to it, with regard to computer program, the copyright holder also have a right to sell it or to give it for rental, commercial rental, or to offer for sale or commercial rent. With regard to artistic work, the copyright holder has a right to convert that work into other dimension. For example, if the work is in 3D form, then convert that work into 2D form. Or if the work is made in or prepared in 2D form, then converting that work into 3D form. It also includes the right to communicate that work to the public, to issue copies related to that work, or to make a cinematograph film of that work, or to make adaptation of that. Now, with regard to cinematography, the copyright holder has a right to make copies of that work or to communicate that work to the public. With regard to sound recording, the copyright holder has three major rights. One, to communicate that work to the public. Second, to sell or give it for commercial rental or to offer for sale on commercial rental. And the third important right is to use that work in any other sound recording. These are the rights which are given to the copyright holder with regard to certain works of copyright. Now, if we talk about the Kahani movie, back to controversy. Now, in this case, concept of the script given by the Umesh Kumar Mehta, if that is created first and then the Kahani 2 movie is created, then also he cannot prove that it is a copyright infringement, because here also we need to prove that it is an exact copy of that script or substantial copy. It means majority part is copied, because under copyright we have one rule that you can claim copyright over expression and not an idea. So your idea can be same, but its execution can be different. So even if the concept of the script and of Kahani 2 movie is same, still a person needs to prove that it is a substantial part is copied. So there are number of factors which Umesh Kumar Mehta needs to prove to claim copyright infringement by Sujoy Ghosh. The matter is still sub judice and yet not decided. So let's see what will happen. So if you know about this controversy, please put it in the comment box. and share this video with your friends so that they can also learn about the copyright infringement and can protect their friends.